Hey, Anthony here. From cannibal sharks to a massive piranha feeding frenzy, here are 10 of the most intense sea creature attacks. Number 10. Shark versus shark. Sharks are generally feared as man-eaters, even though these ocean predators hardly ever hunt humans. But what about a shark that hunts other sharks? According to Australian scientists, in a report from Gizmodo, a great white shark was recently attacked and eaten by what they refer to as a colossal cannibal great white shark. After having tagged an enormous 9 feet long, 3-meter great white, the tag washed up on shore with no trace of the shark with it. Upon inspection of the information on the tag, scientists saw that there was first a massive plunge in depth of about 580 meters, then a temperature rise of 78 degrees Fahrenheit, or 25.5 degrees Celsius, that lasted for 8 days, matching the digestive temperatures and time of a great white shark. All this evidence suggests a bigger and meaner super predator is cannibalizing smaller sharks. And by the way, 3 meters is not small. The cannibal shark would have to be 16.5 feet or 5 meters in length. That is a super beast. The only other explanation is that a shark may have taken a small bite out of the tagged shark, swallowing its tag and a little bit of meat. But that is far less interesting and dramatic. Number 9. Octopus vs Eagle. Octopus seem to be real bullies. These thieving predators will snatch just about anything and try to drag it into the ocean with them. There are countless videos of octopus snatching crabs from off the shore, birds that get too close to the water, and all kinds of fish and unsuspecting crustaceans. But in a recent video, there appears to be footage of a giant Pacific octopus and an eagle locked in battle. While no one knows how this fight started, by the time the video commences, the eagle is definitely on the losing end. Totally besieged by the octopus's orange, slimy arms, how in the world did this deep ocean cephalopod and the king of the skies come to meet in a small bay off of Vancouver Island, Canada? Beats me. But in any case, some interlopers managed to separate the eagle from the octopus and both went their separate ways. This is one of the weirdest attacks you can ever see, considering these two animals do not belong anywhere close to each other. Maybe the octopus should stay underwater where it belongs, and that eagle should stop messing about in octopus territory. And now, for an eel on the loose. But first, be sure to subscribe if you're new here and let me know if you've ever been attacked by a sea creature in the comments below. Number 8. Eel Attacks Everyone. The moray eel is one cranky sea creature. Back in 2016, a Swedish couple was snorkeling in the famous Hanauma Bay of Hawaii when they stumbled upon a vicious moray eel locked in a death battle with a rather unfortunate octopus. The eel was enormous and easily the length of an adult entire leg. While the Swedish couple Nicholas and Ellen, both in their 20s, filmed the intense battle between the eel and the octopus, it quickly became apparent the octopus was losing. Moray eels are incredibly savage predators, and if it weren't for a blast of ink and a smooth getaway, the octopus would have been lunch. Apparently enraged by its loss of the octopus, the eel then turned its attention to the Swedish couple. Without skipping a beat, the eel launched itself through the octopus's ink cloud, mouth open, teeth sharp and glaring in the light, and tried to take a bite out of the couple. They somehow narrowly avoided a painful bite, and the eel ended up slithering away while the couple scrambled for safety. It was a close call, but the couple sure did get some great footage. Moray eels actually have 2 jaws. This eel is just like the monster from the Alien movies. With a jaw that snaps forward from within its head, it can basically chew you with 2 mouths while pulling you into its throat. Scary. Number 7. Shark fights. Robot? Anyone can talk about a shark attacking a surfer. It does happen, though not often. But it's a little played out and nobody wants to hear about another shark attack. But this one is a little different. Recently, during an expedition to Guadalupe Island in Mexico to track the famous great white sharks and their eating habits, one of the autonomous shark can vehicles was attacked. Why? Probably because the shark mistook the vehicle for a tasty seal or some other animal. Most of the times when the shark attacks their prey, they don't really eat them. They are just tasting. But an attack is an attack. And as you can see in the video, the shark attacks strongly and decides to eat the robot. While recording the shark swimming about in the murky blue, the robot was mercilessly attacked as the shark surged upwards, clamping its jaws over the robot and tried to chew through it. After a few moments, the shark realized its mistake and gave up on the battle. It seems to me the only way to defeat a shark is with a robot. Good to know for the next time I'm surfing. Number 6. Octopus on the roof. At first glance, you may have mistaken this sculpture for an octopus trying to drag a diver off the side of a boat. But don't fret, this is merely an intriguing sculpture on the hull of the Undersea Gardens tourist attraction in Newport, Oregon. The tourist attraction is housed inside of a ship which is 150 feet long. The star character of the garden is, however, a very real and very alive octopus. The Undersea Gardens offer a kind of live theater in which a diver enters the marine garden and explains about different types of sea life, aquatic species, and other marine biology. If you are lucky enough, the diver will coax the octopus from its hiding place and allow you to have a close look at its tentacles and its beak. Fun fact, an octopus can fit through any space that its beak can fit through. This is because octopus have no bones. The only hard part of their anatomy is their beak, which is made from a material very similar to our own fingernails. In case you didn't know, octopus come from the same family as snails, which is why they are so soft and squishy, but they outgrew the use of their shells many years ago. Number 5. When killer whales attack. They don't call them killer whales for nothing. These marine monsters are absolute terrors of the ocean. You may also know them as orca whales, and they are notorious for bullying, harassing, and generally going about the ocean in a sadistic and vicious way. On May 18th off the coast of California, a group of orcas carry out a coordinated assault on a blue whale who was simply minding its own business. National Geographic shows drone footage of the poor whale being ganged up on and assaulted by an entire gang of mean-spirited orca whales. This is incredibly bold considering the blue whale is the largest animal on the planet. Researchers say the orca whales probably had no intention of eating the blue whale. It is more likely that the orcas were playing with it, just like how a cat may play with a mouse. And while researchers claim orca whales are playful and social, it seems like they are rude and unpleasant creatures. In fact, it is well known that killer whales are the playground bullies of the ocean. Maybe next time this unfortunate blue whale will steer clear of orca territory. Number 4. 200 million year old squid attack. This could very well be the oldest squid attack known to man. Forget about Moby Dick or the Kraken. This is a very real beast, fossilized in rock. And while this 200 million year old fossil was discovered first in the 19th century, Live Science reports that new analysis has revealed exactly what this fossil is. It comes from the Jurassic period and depicts a squid who had just crushed the head of a fish and was about to make a meal of it when both squid and fish were struck by disaster. While this may not be as exciting as video footage of a squid eating a diver or trying to rip off a poor swimmer's leg, it is a very cool piece of history. It was found off the coast of England and has been confirmed as the oldest known example of a squid attacking its prey. The squid itself was about 16 inches or 40 centimeters in length and had been in the midst of chewing on an 8-inch, 20-centimeter fish when disaster killed both of them, at which point they sunk to the bottom of the ocean, the fish with its broken brain still in the squid's jaws. On the bottom of the ocean they stayed until we uncovered them 200 million years later as one fossil. Pretty cool. Number 3. Attack of the snapping turtle. Turtles are not the first sea creatures you usually think of when you think of horrifying attack, but these reptilian, water-dwelling, swamp-living, pond-sucking little green dragons have a seriously dangerous bite. Nobody knows this better than the young woman in the state of Georgia who tried to pick one up on the side of the road in September of 2013. According to an article from the Covington News, a young guy named Ryan Franklin pulled over on the side of the road when he saw the woman attempting to remove the giant 60-pound, 27-kilogram snapping turtle from the roadside. Of course, the turtle didn't know the woman was trying to help, and it showed its hostility by reaching around and biting down hard on her arm. Ryan claimed the woman was screaming with blood oozing out of the bite, and he had to intervene. He managed to save the woman by dumping a bottle of rubbing alcohol onto the turtle's head so that it opened its jaws. The turtle then proceeded to make a hot getaway. Ryan stayed and binded the girl's wound while waiting for the paramedics. When they arrived, they took her to the hospital in an ambulance. They didn't exchange names, so he had no way to discover what happened to her. What do you think happened to the girl? Let me know in the comments below. Number 2. Jellyfish attack. Here is something most of us can relate to. You're in the water, you're swimming around, and all of a sudden you realize there are translucent, squishy blobs floating about you in the water. That's right, it is the attack of the dreaded jellyfish. These silent, floating scoops of jelly are extremely dangerous and can be deadly. This is especially true in Koh Samui, Thailand, where box jellyfish can be found all year. When a jellyfish attacks you, you are going to feel immediate pain in the affected area because of the jellyfish tentacles. Those contain microscopic stingers with tiny bulbs that hold venom. They use these to protect themselves and paralyze prey. In fact, several tourists in Thailand have passed away from jellyfish attacks. One of the most recent was a German tourist who got shocked in 2015. Even more recently, in October 2019, a Russian boy was stung while swimming at Lamai Beach. Luckily, the boy was rushed to the hospital and saved. He was extremely lucky, as box jellyfish are some of the most fatally toxic jellyfish in the world. The beach is all fun and games until one of these slimy pods of goop stings you. Number 1. Piranha attack. While most of us were at home enjoying Christmas with our families, stuffing our faces with turkey and ham, opening presents and reveling in joy and good cheer, down in Argentina, over 70 people were injured in a flash piranha attack. The New York Post reported that at least 20 children were injured, and at least 7 lost parts of their fingers or toes to the piranha, a type of piranha. This was a brutal and unprovoked attack by an entire school of piranhas that sent swimmers running and screaming for safety. Gustavo Centurion, a medical official, said the attack was very aggressive. It happened during a heat wave in Rosario, 200 miles north of Buenos Aires. Thousands of people were trying to escape the deadly heat when, unbeknownst to them, they embarked into deadly waters. The school of piranha ripped, tore, and bit chunks of flesh from their bodies, and there was nothing they could do except scream in horror. Gabriela Quintanilla, Argentina's health undersecretary, told reporters there were some people that the fish literally had torn bits of flesh from. The craziest part of this story is that within 30 minutes after 70 people were brutally injured by these dangerous fish, other swimmers were back in the water trying to keep cool in the brutal South American heat. Police had to force some bathers out of the water after the attack, and the beach was closed. Even though piranhas rarely attack humans, let this be a lesson to anyone thinking about taking a dip in a river where piranhas call home. Thanks for watching. Which of these attacks was the scariest? Have you ever seen a sea creature attack? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and join Epic Wildlife. See you next time.